Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media. In tonight's video, I want to review Mother in 4K UHD Blu-ray. Now, I gave this a watch last night, and I want to give you my thoughts on the movie itself, the picture quality, the audio quality, if it's worth the pickup. Let's get to it. So I saw Mother back in theaters, and I'm a huge Darren Aronofsky fan. Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan are some of my favorite movies of all time, and I was very much looking forward to this. I wanted to see him dip into the horror genre, which it looked like from the trailers. What we got was not really horror, but it definitely was a disturbing picture. I can't really go into too much detail about this movie. I did do a spoiler-free review back when it came out, back when I saw it in theaters, but it is a darker movie, and it is a movie about a couple that basically lives in the middle of nowhere in a house, and the entire movie is shot inside that house, basically over Jennifer Lawrence's shoulder or straight up on her face. So it's a very claustrophobic movie. I'd say it induces anxiety in a lot of people, and I think Aronofsky did this very well. And this is going to be a movie where you either love it or you absolutely hate it, and I can't really spoil it, but there's a lot of interpretations that come out of this. I've heard a lot of other people's interpretations that are not similar to mine. I've read interpretations online that aren't similar to mine. So really, there are 1,000 ways to go with this movie, and that's one thing I love about it. Now let's get to the picture quality. So this is a 4K digital intermediate, so we get the nice picture quality here. We get the 4K DI, which gives a very nice increase in detail. But the thing here is that a lot of the shots are soft. So it's not really the sharpest image, and it's shot on 16mm film, so it is very grainy. So all you grain haters out there, stay away from this one. I'm talking very grainy. If you're bothered by 35mm grain, like let's say Jumanji, this is going to bother the hell out of you. The 16mm grain definitely shows a lot more in the 4K than it does the Blu-ray. So if you're a grain hater, you may want to stick with the Blu-ray. Now overall, this 4K though does bring a very nice increase in detail, and the most place you're going to see the detail is straight up on Jennifer Lawrence's face, because that's mostly what you see throughout the movie. It's going to be Jennifer Lawrence's face or the house, whether it be the wood on the house or the brick on the house or anything, any detail on the landscape. Now let's get to the HDR, and the HDR here really takes place more in the darker scenes. This is a dark movie all around. Besides when they're outside, you do see luscious screens when they're outside, but that's far and few between compared to the indoor scenes. And the indoor scenes, and especially the last act, is very dark, and I found that I could actually make out a lot more watching it in the 4K than I could when I saw it in theaters. It brings out shadow detail very nicely, and the HDR does work as well for making some colors pop, such as this yellow drink she has to drink, and those outdoor scenes like I mentioned. This is also a Dolby Vision disc, so I actually watched this in Dolby Vision and HDR. I was switching off in between. There wasn't a huge difference. There was a little more nuances you can see in colors, a little better shadow detail representation in the Dolby Vision, but overall both of them make for a very nice image. Now let's get to the audio quality, and honestly that's the main reason I would say to pick this up over the Blu-ray is the audio quality. This has a Dolby Atmos mix, and it is phenomenal. So I can't tell that at home, but the thing is I saw this in a Dolby Atmos theater when it was first came out, and it was amazing. This is one of the best soundtracks I heard because there's really no music to it. It just sounds around the house, and it really gets your mind going. I mean, there's just sound coming from all over. The overheads are in full use, and this is a great demo-worthy disc for sound. Now guys, it's up to you if you want to pick this up on day one. This is a movie that you're either going to love it and want to watch it a bunch of times or absolutely hate it. So you may want to rent this one first. As for the 4K presentation, it is a nice 4K presentation, but it is very heavy on the grain. The HDR and Dolby Vision is very nice on this, but the shadow detail comes out, and the audio quality is referenced here. So that's your reason to pick it up, you home theater enthusiasts. Anyway, thanks for watching tonight, guys. Throw me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe down below for more content, and have a good night, guys.